In 1991, Capcom and SNK laid the groundwork and created the baseline for what is now known as 1v1 fighting games, with the blockbuster releases of Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury. For the next few years after, we received different takes on what can be done with the 1v1 format for fighting games, but just like most things in life, borderlines and barriers are made to be broken through to create anew. Someone out there, honestly a genius, thought 1v1 fighting games are cool and all, but what if you had a partner? "1995 technically was the birth of tag fighters with the Japan-exclusive fighting game Fighters History on the Super Famicom, but tag fighters became a widely known phenomenon with the global release of X-Men vs. Street Fighter in 1996. The game's title speaks for itself, grabbing some of the most popular X-Men characters and pitting them against the big hitters from Street Fighter. This game would eventually evolve into one of the most popular fighting game franchises of all time, debuting in 1999 with, do I even have to say it?
Marvel vs. Capcom!
Up until this point, two characters have been the most we've been able to control in a fighting game. Then Capcom once again topped that by adding a third controllable character to the very popular sequel, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. MVC2 created the skeleton that almost every tag fighter from the last 25 years adopted, with a few exceptions like BB Tag and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. 3v3 with selectable assists have been the main structure for what we consider a tag fighting game, at least until this one announcement that came out of nowhere. The entire world, myself included, could not believe what we were seeing. A Marvel fighting game backed by Sony and developed by ArcsysWorks was announced, and it's called Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. All those different people coming together for a fighting game is already insane in its own right. But the biggest news from this whole thing is that it will be our first ever 4v4 tag fighting game.
What the fuck? 4v4? Wait, arcsys on!
Hey, yo! 4v4? 4v4?
4v4 team battles? 4v4?
4v4? What is happening?
I need to put all of this into perspective for you guys. It's been 25 years since we've seen a proper evolution in the tag fighting game subgenre. But why? Why did it take this long for anyone to capitalize on what would probably make a game stand out above any tag fighter we've ever seen so far? Well, Capcom briefly spoke about this in an interview not too long after the reveal of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They discussed why they decided to roll back to 2v2 instead of the 3v3 format from their last two games. It was mentioned that even if they were to go 4v4 or 5v5, they weren't sure if teams would have proper cohesion among the characters. To paraphrase, they thought going 4v4 would lose any kind of potential synergy the characters could have due to the game potentially being too chaotic. Personally, I could see why any developer or publisher would be hesitant on jumping on the 4v4 train, especially due to the stigma with tag fighters being too difficult for majority of the casual audience to grasp. But Sony and Arcsys weren't afraid to take that next step. Now that we're in a potential world of 4v4 tag fighters, how will this even work? 3v3 was already considered too chaotic for most. How do you keep someone's brain from overloading trying to keep up with 4 characters? Well, Arcsys claimed that they managed to figure that one out. In the dev diary and blog post that was released when the game was revealed, they stated that there will be 2 different styles of play players will be able to choose from. The first play style is what I like to call one-man army. Essentially, you're controlling only one character while the other 3 characters are regulated to strictly assist. This is for the players that have a history of not being able to deal with the usual chaos that comes with team games, especially since they're throwing a 4th character on the team for you to control. The second playstyle is what I like to call old-fashioned. This is for the team fighter veterans that relish in the chaos and want full control of every character on their team. Adding a fourth character to the mix for them would be an added but welcome challenge they can't wait to overcome. With these two playstyles available to the players, arcsys seem to be hitting every angle, making sure the game maintains a high skill ceiling but also being as accessible as possible. 2v2, 3v3, and now 4v4. From the birth of tag fighters to seeing where it eventually evolved to, what does 4v4 mean for the future of this chaotic but fun subgenre of fighting games? Will we see Capcom return with their own take on 4v4 combat? Will we see something entirely new from an unexpected developer? Only time will tell, but it's undeniable that Marvel Tokon has set itself up to be one of the most chaotic and exciting tag fighting games we've ever seen, and I can't wait to see what this game evolves into from 2026 onward. If you're new here and you want to see more content like this, make sure you lock in with your boy and hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the like button as well. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. But how do you guys feel about Marvel Tokon and tag fighting games in general? Which tag fighting game is your favorite? Leave your thoughts in the comment section and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love every single one of y'all. Stay safe, peace, and love.